Cue the fake intro laugh. Yes. Oh. Hi, guys. Welcome to the XoneBros. We are your positive gaming and Xbox One community. As always, I'm joined by the bros, the XoneBros. It's Mr. McSpicy.
Hey.
It's Jordan the Man.
Hello.
And I'm X1.
Hey.
How is everybody doing? Well, it's been a fantastic week. Another week of gaming. We appreciate you all being here. We're on podcast 269, believe it or not.
269?
Things are going crazy, wild. We're almost to 300.
69,
Dude, 2 times 2.
That's awesome.
Yes.
And that's
our show.
That's our show.
That's
our show.
episode 69.
Oh my gosh, that was a long. I'm tired.
I was taking a deep breath because there's kind of some sad news.
Oh,
that
that
I'm sure is in the news.
Is it about
It is.
the FF
It is about
of
the F,
7?
the FF7.
I may have a glimmer of hope.
I have a glimmer of hope as well.
Can I say?
We're going to talk about it right now.
I'm really sad about it.
Yeah, we're going to talk about it right now. So
Okay.
Final Fantasy VII, the remake, was coming to Xbox One, or at least everybody assumed it was coming to Xbox One. Square Enix today, was it today? It was today, clarified and said, and one of the reasons they thought it was coming is there was a post put up that said it was coming to Xbox
and even
One.
a while ago, it sounded like, and maybe I just read it wrong or listened wrong or just projected my own feelings upon them. But
You do that sometimes.
Yeah, I do. But for some reason, it sounded like it was going to be a timed exclusive for Sony and then come maybe like 6 months later or something like that to Xbox. But anyway, continue with the sad news.
So Square Enix today said they have no plans to bring the Final Fantasy VII remake to any other platforms. So at this point, as of today, it seems as if, anyways, it is a PlayStation exclusive. However, the rumor is, and a lot of people are speculating whether or not this is true, I don't know, but a lot of people are speculating that the way that it was worded, it seems like
That's the
it
glimmer of
probably
hope.
is going to be a timed exclusive. And the fact that Final Fantasy VII is going episodic kind of makes that easier to do with timed exclusive, right?
Yeah, so do you mind if I read the
Go
quote?
ahead.
So
Go
the
read the
quote
quote, baby.
from the Square Enix representative said, quote, as previously announced, Final Fantasy VII Remake will be released for PlayStation 4 on March 3rd, 2020. We have no plans for other platforms, end quote. What they're talking about, what David said, is they think
There you go.
This
There
is
you
they. And by they,
Square
we just
Enix-
mean
the
people of
internet,
the internet.
The internet. The internet thinks
People of the internet.
that they're talking about we have no plans for other platforms on March 3rd, 2020.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So
Yeah, on
because of
that-
the way it was.
on that launch day.
Because here's my question for you.
At E3, so Psychotic says it was shown at E3 as for the Xbox.
Was it?
I don't know, but I remember like everybody just assumed it was everywhere, and I don't know if that's because it was shown there or I don't remember. I fell asleep with a Tommy burger in my hand that night.
I think I
In
fell
bed,
asleep
in
upside
bed,
face down.
Face
Where did I
down,
fall asleep?
passed
All
out.
I know is I woke up and Mark's face was like, Jordan, do you want to still watch this?
And you
I
said, yeah. So I turned the TV off.
He's like right in your face. Hey, Jordan, you
Yeah,
watch this? Can
know
I turn the channel?
I had just gotten all the food, gave it to David, then Jordan, and then you were passed out. You were out. And
I ate that food and it was
And you
When
wanted to
have-
keep watching.
When you have a chili burger from Tommy's at midnight,
in a white sheeted bed.
it knocks you out. I mean, I think I epicked it. And I kept those sheets clean.
I sure hope so, because the house. Can you imagine
cleaning
the
lady,
housekeeping
she would have been
lady?
like,
That would've been
oh my
embarrassing.
gosh.
She comes in and she's like, holy shit.
What is all of this brown stuff on these sheets? Oh, it was chilly. It was chilly for my chili
Yeah,
burger.
it was chilly.
Well, here's my question. Like, I understand time. I mean, I understand exclusives, and I understand timed exclusive. I mean, Microsoft had the timed exclusive for Rise of the Tomb Raider, and right. But what benefit do they have to only keep Final Fantasy VII on?
Yeah, no, that's
PlayStation?
why I think
You know what I
it's
mean?
going to be super lucrative. Too.
'Cause-
And the fact that Final Fantasy VII is on the Xbox, right? Just not this remake yet. Doesn't make any sense.
When Final
to me.
Fantasy VII's not like it makes more like. Honestly, it makes more sense to keep Kingdom Hearts 3 exclusive on the PlayStation because all the other games are there, right? Whereas they're not on the Xbox, right? I'm glad they didn't, but that's what I'm saying. Final Fantasy is its own isolated story. You don't need to know anything to play it, right?
Sure.
So I just it's kind of interesting because I feel that there's no benefit to keeping it there.
Okay.
So I wonder what they're doing in that. Those Square Enix guys, man, they think crazy.
They're crazy. They're crazy kooks.
But that's why I like them.
That's why we love them.
Yeah. They're
Anyway,
great.
so did that just like ruin your day? Because Jordan is a big Final Fantasy guy.
Yeah. I have them all. And any
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Hey, that makes me mad.
No, I actually when they released them all on the Xbox, I went and bought them immediately, and I have them all. I even have a pinned Final Fantasy section.
Group.
Yeah, group
Yeah.
zone.
Yeah. Special place for your heart with Final Fantasy on your Xbox.
And I eventually want to play them all, except 10-2.
So I actually had a question from Psychotic. Psychotic says, "Hey bros, my question this week is simple. Square Enix has just put out the Final Fantasy VII Remake. For all intents and purposes, going to be a PS4 exclusive, but at E3 it was announced it was for PS4, Xbox, and PC, so it was announced, at least according to Psychotic. Does this mean that Final Fantasy VII won't come, or does this seem like clickbait to try to raise up sales before release?" I don't know if it's clickbait, but I think there's technicalities there, right? Does that make sense? Like Jordan said, maybe, and this is what the internet, and we know how right the internet can be,
And how wrong they can
wrong they can be. They think it's timed exclusive, and I think that's right.
Okay.
Jordan,
Yeah.
you think it's to push more sales? I don't.
Well, but
I don't
the
think
thing
so.
is why? How would that push more sales? Everybody's going to buy it on PlayStation.
I'll tell you what.
And then when you release on the other consoles,
I'll tell you what.
they'll buy it then too.
I was looking at artwork of Final Fantasy VII Remake and just Final Fantasy VII. Gorgeous.
Yeah.
It looks really good.
Especially Mark's favorite character.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
My healer. Yeah. Heck yeah.
Oh baby.
Also, Tifa.
Tifa, yeah.
Yeah.
She's in Kingdom Hearts.
Is she really?
Now you're gonna play Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, I think so.
That game is really good. I really enjoy it. So, I'm looking. I want to look this up because I see. I don't know if these are all fan made artwork of the remake with
of
an
Xbox logo.
Yeah, I might be.
Are you seeing it though?
Well, there's the internet. The internet has like 90% false information. Anyways, it's hard to
I
distinguish.
feel like the internet has the two extremes. They're either like way on right or
it's
dead
so
wrong.
easy to fake news things nowadays, so I can't tell. But I mean, I don't remember it. I mean, we were excited that it was coming to Xbox, right?
Yeah, that's what I remember too.
I remember my feelings.
I remember I felt happy. Well, I remember Jordan was like glowing. He was like, "Jordan, why are you glowing?" Because Final Fantasy VII Remake
am I
looks
crazy?
amazing.
Yeah, and we actually saw it before I fell asleep. But basically, once they showed that at the Square Enix conference, that's
Okay,
when I
we have
kinda
another
dozed off.
question from Little Old Man Boy. By the way, thank you very much, Psychotic, for writing that question in. Little Old Man Boy says, "How much hype is too much hype?" He said, "Final Fantasy VII Remake is getting a lot of hype lately, but ever since it was going to go episodic, they don't even have plans on the next episodes when they will be done. Is the hype around this game legit, or should it be toned back a little bit?" So how much hype is too hype, and is the Final Fantasy VII hype, is it too much, especially maybe now that we don't even know if it's up in the air?
Well, we know it's coming to PlayStation.
Oh,
Yeah.
so, right?
Jordan just found something? Did you?
no,
find
I would
something?
just like to correct myself. It was Yuffie in Kingdom Hearts, not Tifa. Sorry. I apologize.
Hey,
Oh.
that's what we do. We correct.
Yeah, I like to. I don't like
Fallacious information.
I don't like to give false news.
There
Tifa's
you
the
go.
one
Fake
that
news.
has like the suspenders, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait, maybe she is still in Kingdom Hearts though. I'm going to dig deeper into this because I thought she
Like
was.
the 5-pixel suspenders, because back then it was like the first. Final Fantasy VII was one of the first like 3D rendering games, right?
I don't know if it was one of the first, but it was on the.
was on
PlayStation-
steroids.
It was on the PlayStation 1, and
Oh no, I was right. Sorry, I read that wrong. I was right. Yeah, Tifa's in Kingdom Hearts 2.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good.
That is
we
good.
fact checked
So-
ourselves. So
There you
that
go.
Now
part,
we
we
can
now know that Tifa was in Kingdom Hearts 2.
Now we can
As
get back
far
to
as-
stuff that matters.
so how much hype is too much hype? I'll go first. I don't think it's ever too much hype. I think the only time there's too much hype is when you're clearly either lying about features of your game.
That's not hype. That's called lying.
Well, no, but you know what I mean, or like, you're misleading in some way. Like I'll give you an example. There are no load screens in this game.
But
Destiny.
you will go to
That was Destiny 1.
the atmosphere for about 30 seconds.
Which I'm not saying that
That's
was
part of the lore, hyperspeed.
Which I'm not saying that game was too much hype, but I think that's an example of what I'm talking about. Like everyone was like, "Whoa, there's no loading screens." Whoa, well, there was loading screens. It was just
it
with
just didn't say loading.
just didn't say loading. They just took away load or like a circle that moves, right? It
but
was
see,
just,
that has nothing. I don't know if that has anything to do with hype. Hype is just excitement.
well, but that there's a part like, and on top of it, they got this new technology that does ba-ba-da-ba-da, right?
That we removed the loading screen to make your ship float there.
For instance, No Man's Sky kind of had that, right? Like had that feeling, and people felt gypped.
I feel really bad for that guy.
Yeah, he actually came out in a news story this week and just said that developers should not talk to the press, basically. And I think he's right. I don't blame him. Yeah.
I don't think.
Does it help you? Does it help you? I don't know if it helps you.
Yeah. I don't think anybody should talk to the press.
I think we're talking about two different things. I think lying is one thing.
Okay.
And having too many expectations maybe is related to hype.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I mean. Like, so you're creating these expectations which hype your game,
which is hard,
that don't actually exist.
Because I can see the No Man's Sky endgame model when he came out with that game, or when he was developing it. I'm sure a lot of decisions happen in the development stage where you're wanting to do this, so you're announcing possibly that you're going to do that, right? And then it doesn't happen, and that's when you piss everyone off.
That's awesome. He said we developers should have talked to
Well,
the press.
I briefly I
respect that guy even more now.
But that seemed to be the intent of what he was saying.
But hype for me is just getting excited about games.
So is there too much hype? Can there be too much hype for a
No,
game?
I mean the more excited you are, right?
Is it only too much hype if the game sucks? Like,
no, it's if they lied to me about what.
See, so it's lies.
Yeah, that's lying. That's not hype. I'm still excited.
Isn't it also a lie if they're telling you the game is good and it's not? It sucks?
Okay, here's the deal.
Yeah, technically, aren't they lying?
Isn't that if the game? There's no such thing as too much hype if you have a great game, right?
Like Red did.
That's the thing, though.
There is creating hype, though, that cannot be met, right?
There are many movies that I have seen in my life that sucked, but I expected them to suck, so they were okay.
Oh, yeah.
There were movies that I expected them to be awesome, that because I expected the movie to be awesome, it sucked.
Like the last Avengers.
It sucked.
Oh, man. Why?
Oh, sore spot? Too soon? Too soon. Sorry.
Yeah. And every time it's brought up, oh gosh, it hurts my soul. And I have not seen Spider-Man yet because the last Avengers movie pissed me off.
It was burn. It was a burn. It's like
and I had so much excitement.
It's like getting over a bad breakup.
Oh,
you're just not ready to move on.
But see that, I guess. So yeah, I'm walking through this in my head. Yeah, there can be too much hype. Personally. Like in
you create it,
in my
or
head,
at least you accept.
But like a game like Red Dead, I was super excited for and enjoyed it. I had a lot of hype for, and that hype met my expectations.
Met your expectations, yeah.
Right. That's when hype becomes dangerous to people because you expect things, and let's be real, life sucks and you die. You know, so like. Maybe we shouldn't expect the best.
There we go. Spanky brings up when he says he thinks Anthem was a game that was overhyped. But is Anthem a game that basically?
I feel that game was like overpromised.
There you go. Which is what I think is like where they're giving you expectations that they're not able to fulfill.
Because I had fun in Anthem. I still think the setting, your javelin, the stronghold, the gameplay is fun.
Remember, we were talking like. This is going to take over Destiny.
Well, yeah, because
this is going to take over
in their
Division.
trailer, they're
Look
like,
at it. Look how awesome that is.
You won't believe our massive end game.
Yeah.
And they never came out with that video. Remember?
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, it's all been delayed. Has it released yet? I don't know.
I think they may be kind of
shutting that down.
I'm getting the feeling that they may be like bouncing really slowly.
I mean, they have gone dark.
They walked into the room and then they started slowly backing out for the last couple months.
It's like when you walk in and you're doing an intro, an entry, right, with like music or something, and no one's looking at you, and you're like,
and you're slowly you look at the cat and it's not moving.
This is not a party I'm supposed to be at.
You look at the cat again and it's 2 feet further away, not moving. You know, and then you look at it and it's gone. They're trying to leave the scene without anyone noticing.
I heard rumors about them like maybe doing a relaunch type of thing, like an Anthem 2.0.
Yeah, you mean Destiny 2?
I guess that, yeah.
Because that's kind of because.
But they were the only ones in the room at the time.
Destiny 1 was a 10-year plan, and then it kind of was like, let's just make the next game.
But see, Destiny 1, I feel like had a little bit more content than Anthem, and was still really fun. Like
everybody was playing that game for.
They actually did release the raid
2 years.
Content meaning not story, but actual like gameplay and raids and loot drops.
Well, they had story. You just had to go to 3 different websites to find it.
Yeah,
and read it, and then your phone too. and then a Google extension.
But everybody was playing. But no,
and it might as well just go to YouTube and watch the lore videos.
Yeah.
Destiny was a weird situation because it was super hyped. Then reviews came out and hammered it. But it was the number. But everybody was playing it and having a blast, right? So it was this weird, like there was this disconnect between reviewers and players in that one. That was interesting.
I think Spanky in chat says it. I think he says what we said, but in a much more clear.
There you go. Spanky is articulate. Unlike us.
So the problem is games being overpromised, causing the hype. So is the problem games being overpromised causing the hype? I would say yeah.
Yeah, I agree
Don't
with
lie
that.
to me.
I agree. That's what I said. That's how I started this. Yes.
No, we said it's lying.
Oh yeah.
So we get the credit.
Or in a kinder way.
Me and Jordan.
In a kinder way, overpromising. Overpromising, underdelivering.
Yeah. Which is pretty much Star Wars.
I really hope Final Fantasy VII comes to the Xbox. I mean, I'm going to get it on the PlayStation.
I mean, you seem dejected. Your face. Your eyes are hollow.
I just don't know. I just want to be in the room and see why. But that's the thing. Like, I don't understand why it would even be an announcement to say no, and then to like, oh, just kidding, it's coming later this year.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, like why? Like, what is the benefit?
I don't know.
So it makes me wonder. Maybe it really isn't coming.
Maybe
see, you're going through this roller coaster of emotions now.
I mean, I have a PlayStation, so I'll play it either way.
Maybe it was, and then PlayStation brought 5 suitcases full of money.
Oh yeah,
and then they're like, we could just pretend that we said it wasn't.
Just say the internet made it
All
up.
right, what you're gonna do is just
say the internet made it up.
Just say it was a translation issue.
Yeah, Japan, America.
That happened. Well, that happened this week with
we're
with Cyberpunk.
We're even trying to figure out the translation of what because they really don't come out and say it permanently.
Yeah.
It's like, this day is the only PlayStation day for this game. So then it's a translation
He's like
issue
looking at the
again.
camera. Yeah.
Wink, wink.
I think, maybe it's just a translation issue.
Well, you saw the translation issue that happened with Cyberpunk this week?
No, what happened?
So Cyberpunk, there was announced at the beginning of the week that Cyberpunk was there was a development team from Cyberpunk working on a game in the Cyberpunk universe that would be focused on multiplayer, and another team working on an additional Cyberpunk game. So essentially there's 3 Cyberpunk games coming in the near future, right? CD Projekt Red came out and like 3 days later said, someone mistranslated what we said. What we said is we have 3 teams working on Cyberpunk, or 4 teams working on Cyberpunk. We don't have multiple Cyberpunk games.
That's funny.
Isn't that funny?
Everybody's freaking out.
Because where are they? Like, where are they from? Norway or something, or Sweden? One of those Nordic countries.
Yeah,
Scandinavian countries.
Where the Vikings are.
The Vikings. Yeah, the Vikings are making this game.
The Vikings are.
I am going back to Final Fantasy VII. I am a little worried about the episodic stuff.
Yeah, isn't that weird? You take a full game and go episodic.
Well, because like, is episode 1 for $60 going to be like 2 hours?
Is it going to be disc 1? The old disc 1.
Yeah, but
that is 100 hours.
I guess you're right.
Like each disc was like 100 hours. I swear.
So see, if it's like that, I'm okay with it.
Are you though? Because it was originally.
Why don't they just make the game and release it?
I don't know. Why don't you? I don't know. We'll have to ask them.
Because I guess you can make more money with episode. So okay, episode Castle Will Kill says episode 1 is going to be focused on Midgar. I thought. Okay. So how? Okay.
You've been dumbfounded.
No, I'm thinking of how long.
How long is Midgar?
Yeah, that's the city in which
it's like 100 hours.
Disc 1.
Disc 1.
Don't you go back though? Like, I don't know. It's gonna be interesting. Basically, there's one scene that I want to know where it's gonna be at, and it's the most pivotal scene of the game ever.
Yeah, I think
that was on disc 3, wasn't it?
Dang it!
That was on disc 3.
Was it really?
Well, here's the thing.
Yeah.
I think
that's like near the end of the game because you have to go. You're on your way to go take care of business after that.
That
was like
tears.
Yeah. So I believe that was disc 3. That's like, or that was the start of disc 3.
4,456 hours.
Yeah. Wow. What a game.
Here's the thing. I think Castle's right. He says he said they must be adding extras to
it's the end of disc 1? Was that the end of disc 1? I must be remembering.
Yeah, so wait. No, yeah, that's what I thought. That was
Okay.
pretty halfway through. Well, end of disc 1 was the pivotal. We're going to call it the pivotal scene. End of disc 1 was and everybody who's played Final Fantasy VII
knows.
Disc
what
3
you're
was
talking about.
Endgame? Oh my gosh, I can't even remember. We're talking about a game we played 15 years ago.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah. No, I thought it was sooner in the game.
Okay.
I trusted your judgment.
And I failed you.
Look where it got me.
I just remember flying in my ship.
That's all that matters.
Disc 3.
That's all that matters. Little old man boy, great question about hype. Thank you very much for writing in. Guys, we have a bonus episode. Every month we release a bonus episode for our patrons over at Patreon, patreon.com/positive gaming. This one just dropped. This month's bonus episode just dropped. Go give it a listen. I re-listened to it today. Listened to it back. I think it's the best stuff that we have.
I do too.
It's hilarious.
You want to hear something funny?
What is something funny?
It's been confirmed that the pivotal scene is on disc 1, 2, and 3. So we're basically right back where we started.
So
we have no idea what disc
nobody
it's on.
knows what disc it's on.
I'm trying to look it up.
So we're back to square one.
So
I don't remember.
So check out. We call it the Bros Gone Wild. This was the June episode of the Bros Gone Wild. Even though we're in July, we're a month back. But welcome. Or welcome. Why am I saying welcome for it? Go check it out. Go check out the XoneBros, the Bros Gone Wild bonus show. It's a grand old time. And with that, shall we get the show on the road? Jordan, you got the news ready? You're still looking up discs. Let chat look up discs.
No, I'm not looking up discs. I'm looking up other stuff.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
With that, let's get the show on the road. Or not.
I'm
Spicy?
looking at this.
Spicy.
The internet's hard. Okay,
Spicy,
I'll
we're
hit
waiting
the
for
button.
There it is.
I know, but I'm looking stuff. I had the button ready.
The news.
But I'm trying to find when a specific scene is happening.
Jordan, tell us what is happening in the world that is Xbox One.
I think it's end of disc 1. I think it is end of disc 1. Okay, I think it was end of disc 1.
Is that me?
No, that's probably mine.
That is Mark's. It's back on the couch.
No, mine's over here.
No, that's mine.
That's
mine's
Jordan.
back on the couch.
That's okay. Go ahead, Jordan.
All right, so news this week.
Go ahead.
Sorry, I got to pull up my notes. I was in a different
Because we
screen.
really wanted
looking up discs.
We didn't know what disc
Do you know
was
what's
on.
funny? Do you know what's funny, Jordan? While you're pulling that up,
Let me take off
we
this.
always pay attention and are focused on like stuff that really doesn't matter, but that matters to us at that moment. You get what I'm saying?
I literally wasn't paying attention to you. I was watching David.
That's actually point and
You
case.
just made his point. You just confirmed what he said.
How long were we? What were we earlier in the show? We were talking about something that didn't matter, but we wanted to know.
So it mattered to you guys at that time.
Yeah.
Boom. Okay, Jordan, news. Give it to
All
us.
right, so Halo Outpost Discovery.
And this is the
So
this is the Halo event that's crossing the country.
Yeah, no, this is really cool. So Halo Outpost Discovery, the first event was this week.
Boom, in Orlando?
In Orlando.
Florida? Yes.
Orlando.
Orlandonic.
There was a lot of cool
just
stuff.
in time for the hurricane.
There was a lot of cool, I mean, of course, they had panels, all this sorts of different, basically it's like the Super Bowl of Halo, right?
Did they have VR? They had VR,
Yes, they
right?
had tons of VR stuff, but the number one
so
thing
cool.
that I want to go and try,
What?
well, guys, I'm going to try and go when it comes to Anaheim,
Okay.
because that's the closest one to us, I think.
And when is that?
I don't know, I got the dates.
Dude, let's roll.
Yeah.
When is that? I don't know. I got the dates. That made no
Well, I
sense.
mean, I can pull up the dates.
Oh.
The coolest thing they had is they had a laser tag arena. And
Oh.
it looked like you were using like ODST guns.
Oh, yeah,
and
look
stuff.
at
It was
it.
pretty
It's
cool.
so
Yeah.
cool.
That's awesome.
It's pretty cool. So, anyway,
I call the battle rifle.
I know. It looked really cool. It looked awesome. If it's in a town near you, go to it. I think it's. Is it still going? It may still be going on. Anyway, it's in Orlando right now. The next place is Philadelphia, and then it's going to make its way across the country, all the way down to California and Anaheim and all that stuff.
Philly.
So,
Philly.
but yeah, I think it's cool. I would like to go.
I would like to go as well. Xbox One update.
Yes, this is pretty cool. So we got new games on Game Pass, which is fun. I believe, is it Shadow of Mordor or Shadow of War?
Shadow of Mordor.
Mordor, yeah, which
Yes.
is pretty cool.
Yes.
Also, they have a cool new feature in Game Pass. It's the play. So games can come on and off of Game Pass, especially like third-party games, obviously, right? So basically, Game Pass can be overwhelming. So if you're looking to play a game, they now have a play later section.
Kind
So
of
you
like
can-
a list on Amazon. Your Amazon list.
Basically,
In
yeah.
Game Pass.
So you just add it to your play later, and then you can always go like, "Oh yeah, I added that game. I want to play it before it gets taken
Let's go
off."
check
or
out what I
blah,
put
blah,
on the
you know,
play later.
So pretty cool. And of course, like I said, they added new games, which is pretty cool.
You just said cool like 10 times.
That's because it's
It
really
is cool. All right, nice.
Yeah. See. Oh, and they added Alexa features as well,
Oh.
so you can ask Alexa more stuff.
Oh, no.
Oh.
No, stop.
Shut
Alexa,
up,
stop.
Alexa, shut up. Why would you say her name?
I don't.
You need
I
to
don't
change
know.
that name to something else.
So
Can you do that?
yeah, you can change
Yeah.
it.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I call mine Big Mama.
Alexa, change your name to Big Mama.
Sorry, I can only help choose the regular
Oh. She doesn't want me to change her name this way.
There just can only be one Big Mama.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding. I didn't change my name to that.
There can only be one.
I turned her on the shut up mode, though.
I did too. I hate the okay.
Yeah.
Like, she's so loud.
Yeah, no,
okay. Shut up.
Shadow at Fort Truth?
I wasn't done.
Oh, sorry. You're just, sorry, go ahead. I'll just shut up here. I'll sit over here. I'm going to have this Pepsi.
We were talking about the
No, the update introduces the ability to find out what's new on Game Pass and what's leaving the catalog by asking our favorite digital friend.
Oh, okay. Very
one
cool.
of our favorite digital friends.
Yes,
sorry.
one. Just one of them.
Yeah,
It's the only
Cortana's
one
a
that I
favorite
know.
Too. Yeah.
How do I change her name?
I don't know. Just Google it.
Alexa, how do I change her name?
Oh, no. No, Alexa, stop.
Okay, whatever.
The wake word. It's called the wake
She's
word.
boring me already.
But Alexa, you bore me. It's
Next
over.
big one. Do you guys like Rainbow Six?
Of course I
do.
do.
You like Cowboys?
Yes.
What if you combine the two?
Then you have cowboy goodness of awesome Rainbow Sixness.
That's exactly what you have. Rainbow Six is having a new event.
Showdown at Fort Truth,
yeah,
baby.
Yeah, it's a showdown. So it's a 3v3 mode. You have
Guys, let's
attackers
play
and
this.
defenders. Now, you don't have access to everybody. You only have certain attackers. The attackers are going to be Ash Capiteo, Glaz, Maverick,
And Twitch.
The defenders are going to be Albie, Cade, Rock, Caveira, and Mastiro.
And Maestro. Very cool. Dude, it's all gunplay. Operators don't have access to their gadgets, and they all use the same weapons, which looks like pistols. And there's a dude carrying like a crazy machine gun in the back picture there. Oh, that's so cool. All Xbox Gold Live members will have access to this. And what is the date? What's the date of this?
Oh, sorry. The dates are they're here at the bottom. So the event ends on July 16th. So just next week. It's just
Very cool.
it's just a small event that they're doing right now, but pretty cool. So
Yeah, very cool. Bless Unleashed. Is this the MMO? Is this
Yes.
an MMO?
This is the MMO. So this is pretty cool. The closed beta is actually going on right now.
Okay, and now is this a port from PC, or this was all being developed simultaneously? I don't know, but I know Bless Unleashed. I know I've looked into this.
Yeah, because it's coming from Bless Online.
Yeah, okay.
I'm pretty sure it is anyway.
Okay,
but
very cool.
I never played Bless Online.
Okay.
So. But yeah, Bless Unleashed. So right now it's going through its closed beta on the Xbox, and that started today, July 11th, and it goes through July 15th, which is cool.
Okay, awkward change.
Sorry, Mark distracted me for a
Yeah.
second.
How did I distract
You're like walking behind me.
Jordan's very distracted today.
So-
Okay, that's okay.
Like you should have heard these last two news stories that you missed. He's all over the place.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, Mortal Kombat 11 is coming.
Well, we're not done with this
Oh
one.
well, I thought you were because you're so distracted.
I can take care of this. Mortal Kombat 11
No,
is
we're on
coming.
Blessed
No,
Unleashed.
we're not on Bless.
Oh.
Which is an MMO, which is coming from Blessed
All right.
Online.
Okay.
That's on the
cool.
Xbox.
All right.
Or it's on the Xbox. And it's in closed beta right now. If you want access to the closed beta, you got to launch the Xbox Insiders Hub, navigate to Insider content, select Bless Unleashed, and then hit join. You can jump into it.
Do you think
So?
the MMO market is too saturated? Because I'm thinking to myself, I know nothing about this. Why should I play it? Like, what sets this apart from other?
Well, there is a lot of
my
MMOs
philosophy.
out there.
You can only have room for one MMO or MMO like game in your life at a time, right?
Uh-huh.
Right now, ESO on the consoles, in my mind, is that MMO.
Yeah, it's doing really well. On the
Yeah,
console,
I think that's Black Desert Online. I really enjoy, but ESO I think is superb.
ESO's doing really well on the console. ESO is actually doing really well in general.
Yeah.
So, but Bless Unleashed closed
is
beta.
it, well, I want to jump in on this because is World of Warcraft just too good? And is that why the market's
I
saturated?
currently think World of Warcraft's not doing well right now because I'm having a fight with it.
Well, yeah, but like, you know what I mean? Is it because there's a game that takes so much of the market?
Oh, probably, yeah. I think there's three big ones right now. There's World of Warcraft, which is still big. There's Final Fantasy Online,
Yeah.
which just released their Shadowbringers expansion, which, from what I understand, is doing very well.
Yeah.
And then there is ESO, which I think is the next big one because it's just got a huge market being on PC and console.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's a very
Well,
well put together MMO.
Because David's question earlier, right? It made me think because you think of like real time strategy games like
Yeah.
StarCraft.
Yeah.
When those games like StarCraft, kind of dominates that area, right? You have your other games like Rise of Solar Empire,
Halo Wars.
You have those ones, yeah. But those are just, I mean, those are great diversions for people that enjoy that, that genre. But I personally feel that StarCraft is just so good at what it does that it makes the market saturated just because it is so good at what it does.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, there's obviously a demand for MMOs. People are playing them. You got millions of players, right? So someone jumps in and says, hey, why don't we get millions of players?
Hey, but wait, I want money.
Yeah, wait a minute. Why don't we get those million players? Yeah. And then they do it.
Okay.
And then you got games that are adapting those features like a Destiny or a Division or an Anthem, you know what I mean? Which aren't quite, you can't walk into the main city and there's thousands of players and you got, stuff like that, but they're kind of the hybrid, you know what I mean? Like Destiny, I would consider Destiny's they explain it, the way they market it is good. It's a shared world shooter, which I think is a good term for it, but it's a first-person shooter with MMO-like features, right?
Yeah. Well, Psychotic brings up Age of Empires, but that's how long ago has it? Besides the definitive edition or whatever,
the remasters.
The
Hey, Age 4 might be the new.
That would be awesome. Yeah, and
come in and shake things up. And
then
StarCraft will have to not go free to play again. They're like, oh crap, we need StarCraft 3.
I still feel as though like that StarCraft was such a heavy hitter that, I mean. I feel like Age of Empires hasn't come out because of StarCraft.
Yeah.
In so long, right? Excuse me. Anyways, I guess I was gonna have discuss that with David, but no sweat. All right, we can move on to the next story now.
Yeah. Now Mortal Kombat 11. But anyway, to summarize up, Bless Unleashed is in its closed beta right now, and if you want to join it, you just go to the Insider and follow the steps, right?
Cool.
Mortal Kombat 11 announcing a new character. Well, teasing a new character. They haven't, I guess, officially announced it. But Sindel.
Okay.
So
do I know this character?
Ed, you probably will when you see her. She's I think she's Katana's mom, and she's married to Shao Kahn.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. She has I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, I think you'll see if you see the picture, I think you'd know her. So she's in Mortal Kombat games.
Yeah.
So anyway, on Twitter, Ed Boon, the game or the lead over Mortal Kombat, tweeted out 7 deadly Sindels with a picture of her, and so rumor is that she's coming in.
That's funny,
which is really cool.
I'm gonna look her up real quick so I can, because I don't want to be stupid. Sindel, Mortal Kombat. Okay.
Yeah, 11. That'll pull up the picture. There she is.
All right.
There
I remember her.
She is.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
She reminds me of the Addams Family mom.
Yeah, I think that's who she was based after. The next news story was about Final Fantasy VII Remake, but we already talked about that, and we are still sad.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, I never got to share my story.
Oh, go ahead.
I'm sad.
Yeah.
Then that's all I wanted to say about it.
Yeah, it's really
no. It's not, well, I mean, I will be playing it on the PlayStation, just like you. We were
because I get it, and that means you get it.
Then I get it for free. What's up?
Yeah.
Boom. But yeah, that sucks. I don't want to go back to the story, but I was disappointed. I never got to say that. So.
All right. Anyway, moving on. Halo co-creators started a new studio, and they teased their first game. So his name is Marcus Leto.
Okay.
He was a co-creator of Halo. He started a new studio called V1 Interactive and has finally revealed their first project, which, take a big guess on what it is.
I mean, I have it in front of me.
It's a sci-fi first-person shooter.
Oh, I thought you were going to talk about the name.
Sticking to the roots. Yeah, and it's called
Disintegration.
Disintegration.
The new co-creator Halo sci-fi game.
Yes, they showed off a small teaser trailer, and I believe it's at Gamescom they're releasing the full trailer, so be sure to stick out for that. But this is what's really interesting. So they are being published by Private Division, which is the indie publishing arm of Take-Two Interactive, who also is the parent company of Rockstar.
Oh, okay.
Right? So, and Private Division, the publisher, is also publishing The Outer Worlds.
This is that game that we just saw the screenshot of that's being developed. That's like
and then we
sci-fi
saw
with
a little
the droid thing,
like
right?
a little video.
Yeah.
They showed a little teaser trailer.
Oh, very cool.
So they showed that off, and I believe they are going to show the rest of it off at Gamescom later this year. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure I'm not.
I don't think you are wrong.
So next one, I actually got really excited for this one because they okay, you guys will like this.
Yeah.
So, Modern Warfare, the new one coming out,
Yeah.
showed off some multiplayer.
Wait, hold on. Before we go, there's the announcement trailer here that Spicy is pulling up.
Yeah, I'm
going to
pull it up. I'll keep it muted. I just want.
Yeah, it's just a small little like 30
Yeah,
second thing.
I remember this. It looks cool. There is the sound. Oh, the sound is
Oh,
pretty.
do you want me to keep the sound
Yeah,
on?
it's very
Well,
nice.
we can, I guess, if
There's
you want.
buttons.
It just shows. It's very sci-fi looking.
It is a sci-fi
I remember
first-person
I remember
shooter.
when this came out, and people were like, "Oh, that looks sexy." It's pod racing.
Now this is pod racing.
Now this is pod racing.
Well, they said it was a first-person shooter.
Let's try spinning. That's a neat
Well,
trick.
if it's a first-person shooter, that's a giant gun, or that's a spaceship.
Maybe that's the ship you
See, I
ride
think
on.
that's a spaceship,
to then
yeah.
shoot people.
Yeah, that's
it's
cool.
a sci-fi first-person shooter called Disintegration.
Ooh.
And then I believe right here at the end they say full reveal at
Gamescom.
Or, oh yeah, Gamescom.
August
Okay.
19th.
Called it.
There you go. Disintegration,
Nailed
guys.
it.
It's coming.
You guys think I don't do my job?
Yeah. Modern Warfare.
Yeah, so this was really exciting. That's why I saved it for last because I was really sad with some of the other news stories this week.
Oh yeah.
So I wanted something
I don't blame you.
to pep me back up.
Absolutely.
So Modern Warfare did a quick little kind of teaser. Well, not teaser. It was an actual reveal of well, not like a full reveal, but clips of multiplayer, people playing. Basically, they got to play their new 2-on-2 mode. Mm-hmm. Now, what's really funny about this, and I'm not mad or anything. I'm actually really excited. They basically added breakout mode into Call of Duty.
Oh.
So
2v2 style?
Yeah, 2v2 style.
I love that mode.
That would be fun with a friend.
Yeah, just two. So if breakout in Halo is 4, right?
Yeah.
4v4.
So
Last
bring it
man
down
standing
bring it down to
wins.
2 would be way fun.
So how it works is you're obviously 2v2, you get thrown into a match. You have to kill the other team and you win. If you don't, a flag will appear in the middle after so much time has passed, and then you have to cap that flag for 3 seconds and then you win. If no one caps the flag before the time goes out, then
And is it one death per player?
Yeah, one death per player. When you're dead, you're out. If you don't cap the flag, if you don't kill each other and you don't cap the flag before the time fully runs out, then the team with the most health wins.
Okay.
Now, there's no regenerating health in this mode either.
Very
so
cool.
if you get shot, there's no health pack, no regen. Stuff
What
like
guns do you play with?
I assume whatever gun you want. I don't know.
So you select your gun pre-match, or it's going to be like Halo where guns are
They
in the
didn't
match?
get that. They just showed some gameplay.
Yeah,
which,
I doubt. I mean, Call of Duty is not like an arena style.
Yeah, so you're gonna select your gun before.
I would
You
assume.
might be limited to guns, but you can customize
Now,
like pistols, for instance.
what
right?
I just watched a quick video of it, but it sounded like the matches were only like 40 seconds.
I mean, well,
That
no.
sounds right. Breakout was only like the rounds are only
4
2.5 minutes.
Are they 2 minutes or 4 minutes?
Well, they don't last.
They don't. No, they don't. They don't at all. That's what
go
breakout.
quick.
And they
is
were
a really
narrow,
fun mode.
small maps, right? No, it really is. That's why I got really excited for this. I mean, going back to Modern Warfare, which I've been waiting for a Modern Warfare game, whether it be from Battlefield or Call of Duty or whoever,
Sure.
right?
This sounds fun.
Yeah, no, it really does. 2v2.
Well, here's the thing: Call of Duty. From what we've seen from their trailers so far, it's the same. It's the same feeling we had last year. Remember, it was like, oh, looks like they're coming back. This looks good. This is more of that, right?
Yeah.
This looks good. They're taking it to the next level. Boom, there we go. Call of Duty reigns supreme.
So from what chat I'm reading from chat, it sounds like all players are kitted out with the same loadout. And it said they're also saying that they use random presets. So it's
okay.
random, but it's this. But everybody has the same
yeah.
stuff.
So
Every
So
Make it even.
I wonder if it's still the 5 rounds, because I just saw the videos of them playing.
That
It's pretty
is
cool.
That is breakout
Yeah.
mode, like you said.
It's breakout
Let me
mode.
tell you what I like about this. I like that. I think we've gotten to this nice, like the dust has settled, and people are like, we don't need to focus on battle royale. Like that has its place, but we could have these smaller, quicker, competitive games. It suits us. It suits Call of Duty better, I think, than a battle royale does. And I think maybe as a population, we're battle royaled out at this point. That a short, sweet 2-on-2 game is what we're looking for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing about Halo in Breakout is it's kind of an arena style, right? So you have power weapons spread throughout.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
That forces people. That's like the cornucopia in a sense. That forces people to engage each other because you're working your way to power weapons.
Yeah, in 2v2, in this, it's got to be super small.
Yeah, no, they
small
seem really
map,
small,
right?
yeah.
So
Yeah, no.
that's without that. I mean, they still
Think
have
of a
the,
more
the
narrow
flag.
breakout
They
map.
still have the flag, right? I'm just worried about some players just camping in a
Sniping.
corner.
They've got to figure out some way. Yeah, the map must not.
Well, the thing is, if
lend
you camp
itself
in a
to
corner,
camping.
then they'll just cap that. You only have to cap the flag for 3 seconds.
You have to
it's only a
stand on the
3
flag for
second
3
cap?
seconds
to cap it when it
Oh.
pops
You don't
up.
have to pull it back to your base.
Nope, you just got to cap it.
Oh, okay.
So that will
That's what
prevent
you
it.
would be camping. You would be camping your own side of the
Flag.
flag.
But
Just waiting for them to go.
Or unless it's in the
maps-
middle.
Well, I assume it's in the middle, and that's what I'm saying.
There's only one
There's
in the
flag.
only
middle,
one
and
flag.
there's,
Yeah,
and
only
there's
one
no
flag.
long range.
That's what I'm
sight,
saying.
right? I
It's
bet
probably
you.
blocked, or you know what I mean. So you have to go.
And the
grab it.
guns that you use probably make it even harder to shoot from.
Well, that's what
that-
I would.
that
So
distance,
the
right?
guns are random presets. So everybody, I assume everybody's going to start with the same gun, and it's going to be random. Because
Yeah,
everybody's
yeah.
not going to start with a different gun. That would make it unfair, right?
Yeah, that's what
I like
I'm
this.
getting
I like this a lot.
No, yeah, and for some reason I like the number 2-on-2. I mean, yeah, Breakout was kind of perfect because we had the 4 of us, so where we had 4 and 1 more player. But I don't know, that 2-on-2, it's more intimate.
Yeah.
I like no health regen. That makes every engagement. You have to be way
Well, and that's
smart.
why at the end, if no one has done anything, like if everybody camps or whatever, it's the team with the most health wins.
I wonder how you're gonna check your health. Is it that red screen
in
around
the game, there was a bar for like the teams. The
Oh,
team
okay.
Health, yeah.
Oh,
So
okay.
if one person died, the bar kind of went halfway
That's
down, and then
fantastic.
if that person got shot, yeah.
Okay.
Dude, I love it.
Because I don't want my screen to be completely red if I've taken 90% damage.
Yeah, you're like, oh.
Because you know how it does that in
Yeah.
Call of Duty. Anyways, cool.
No, it looked like a really fun mode. I'm excited to check it out a little bit more, and we're also gonna get a full multiplayer reveal. My computer froze.
Well, I think on next
There,
month?
wait, hold on. The anticipation is killing you. I know.
It is.
On August 1st.
August
So is
1st.
when we're gonna get a full multiplayer reveal. From what I saw here, the game does look pretty.
It
It does look very Call of Duty. You know, it has that Call of Duty feel to it, definitely. But looks pretty. So
Yeah.
and I just got to see like a couple quick clips of people playing the round, but it's a cool mode. I'm excited for it.
Yeah, no, it looks really good. You guys, speaking of first-person shooters, you guys are playing, or I guess competitive shooters. You guys have been playing Overwatch this week. You're back into the
yeah.
Overwatch grind.
Yeah, did we do that? We did that.
I wanna play again tonight.
How is it being back
I
in
don't know if I can play
Overwatch?
tonight.
How many years has Overwatch been out now?
2.5.
2.5.
Three?
At 2.5 years,
3
you
years?
guys jumping back in at this point. How does it hold up? Is it
Maybe 5 years.
is it as fun as it's
longer than
is
2,
it
I
as
think.
fun as it's ever been, or
Yeah, it's definitely longer than 3 years, right?
or has it waned a little bit? Why are you guys back in such a big way? I
Well,
guess
because
is-
it's a fun game.
4 years.
Oh, it's 4. Wow,
4.5 years.
That went by so fast.
4
It
years.
doesn't feel like it's
5 years.
It doesn't. Wow. Okay. So we don't know.
7.
I don't know. What day is today?
So 16,
carry
17,
the
18,
one.
19, 3 years.
3 years?
Just
no,
say 3
but
years
we're
and
19.
change. 3 years and change.
So it came out in 2016. May of 2016.
17, 18,
17, 18,
19.
19.
3 years.
So 3
3
years.
years.
and
3 years.
change.
So not 5 years. Math
Three-
is hard for me.
Okay. So Overwatch has been out for 3 years now. From you guys are jumped back in. How is it being back in? Does it hold up like it normally does? I mean, like it was when you first, or has it waned a little bit? How is it being back into Overwatch?
It's fun.
And what are you guys playing as? What's your cup of tea? Oh, well, I saw it. So I saw the batch. In fact, it's clipped on Mixer, where you guys all run over to the side, and then you
That
get
was hilarious.
You get blown off.
Yeah, because Mark was like, "Hey guys, follow me. I got an idea," and we're
And
all
he was
like
setting.
standing.
He was setting a portal.
Well, do you know what's funny? Because we're watching, because Jordan was streaming. We're watching from Jordan's perspective. Remember how I said I got nudged?
yeah.
Like, not knocked off the cliff. I got nudged off
You-
the ledge.
you-
You were the one who nudged me.
No, you didn't get. He didn't nudge you off the net ledge.
He nudged
you.
me to the right, so I
Yeah,
couldn't
so you
place
couldn't
the
put
portal.
the portal. Yeah.
don't the teammate hitboxes not encounter each other?
They do encounter. Like, you can body block.
like your own team?
Yes, you body blocked me off the ledge.
Because I was standing inside Orisa the other day, and I just held down the
Oh,
right
were you?
trigger, and they were shooting her because her hitbox is so huge.
We can rewatch. We can rewatch and see.
I totally get knocked. You cut. Yeah. I mean, it's not your fault.
I
We were all together.
I didn't even notice.
It's hilarious though.
It's really
when you guys
funny.
all get blown off, it was hilarious.
Yeah, that was
It was a good
that
time.
That was
Overwatch
super
is a
funny.
very fun game.
Super fun.
And we all got blown. That was actually play of the game.
I have never seen a. So what it was Farah. She's got a nudge ball where she throws down
A blowback.
Oh yeah, it nudges people in certain directions.
We call it a
She
boop.
nudged our entire team off the cliff, and I have never seen that before. That was hilarious.
It was pretty funny. That was we're all just like waiting there. Whoop. And then we got blown.
Now, how is it jumping in as so? This is one of those games that I feel like I've been left behind because I don't know. I mean, when I played as Mercy.
Tell them what you told Blake.
It doesn't matter.
There you go.
Well, so how does it? Yes, so someone that's never played this game or has been away since it first came out, are they left behind? How do you get back into it?
No, you're not left behind.
It's literally a first-person shooter where the story doesn't matter.
First person, yeah. So I know that,
Yeah, but the skill base, right? Like everybody knows what to do. Everybody
No,
knows,
they don't.
Everybody knows what counter what.
This is what I told Blake.
Okay.
The people that play golf,
Because Blake, this was his first time ever playing it.
Everyone
Yeah.
plays golf.
Sure.
Who gets paid for it? The people that are good.
Yeah.
But everyone else sucks.
Okay, that's what Overwatch
That's
is
what
like?
Overwatch is.
Okay, I like that analogy.
So you're coming at our level, or the level where the majority of 90% of the people play at. Counters are okay. It's good knowledge, but it's not game breaking. So I do have the slight edge because I know like I can switch the characters when the other team has stuff. But that's
Because it's so team
at our level. It's not. That's
So
not why
it's-
we're losing.
So Overwatch is six. Overwatch is 6 players.
Yeah.
Do you think Bleeding Edge will have an advantage with only 4 on a team? Do you think?
Bleeding Edge was so much fun.
Do you think bringing that down and
I think
holding
they'll
it in to smaller teams is helps it or hurts it? What do you think? How do you think Bleeding Edge is going to do?
I think it helps it because 6 friends is harder to get together than 4 friends.
Yeah,
But I would say only slightly. I mean, it's still going
Yeah.
to be a popular game. People are going to play it. I'm going to play it.
sure.
But
I think Bleeding Edge has an advantage because it's friggin' fun.
it's a really fun game.
Yeah.
Why do you think it's funner? Do you think it's funner than Overwatch? At least what you played?
No,
at
it's
E3?
just different.
It's different.
It's a different game that I like to play.
Because
So
it's
that-
very It has Overwatch feels to it, but
But it's third person, so it's very different. It's the same style in a way, but it's very different because it's third person, not first person.
and with
You can wall peek, you can do all this
with
stuff.
hand-to-hand combat. Let's be honest. That's
Yeah. You
That's
can't. Yeah, I mean it's a different game with this. It's in the same kind of genre.
Remember when they said melee and we literally thought it was like physical melee combat?
oh yeah.
And then who was it? Was it you or
That was
you
me,
that was like, no, it's like Super Smash Brothers melee?
It means you're fighting. It's
Yeah.
like, oh,
yeah, we're like, all right, swords.
don't ever worry about getting into Overwatch. I think we have 6 people playing. We have more than 6 people playing.
Yeah, Mad Shot brought Zeus.
Zeus. These are all new players to the game. Blake is brand new. Our barber Blake's playing with us now.
Oh,
He's
okay.
playing Baptiste.
Yeah,
Jean-Baptiste.
And Blake never plays first-person shooters,
And he's
Oh,
doing
okay.
really well.
and he's doing excellent.
He's
He
killing
saved
it.
my life a couple times.
Oh, very nice.
Many
Because he
times me.
Baptiste
Jean
me.
Baptiste.
It's just
What do
don't get too worried about being good at games. Just
I do.
no, but don't.
I don't know. I don't worry about being good, except for a few games. I worry about sucking.
No. But you have to play, and it's fun to play with your friends.
Yeah, I know that's
And
I'd
just
probably
know,
suck.
just know you now have. We decided it was 3 years that this game's been out.
3 years.
You have
Three
3
and
years
change.
of previous information that you can now easily research.
No, that's true. You're not
if you wanted to dive in.
yeah, you're not discovering it. It's all available to you. Very good.
It's not a hard game.
Yeah, maybe I'll jump in with Overwatch.
The concern is, well, I'm not good, so I'm not going to play it. No, I mean, that's why you have matchmaking. Everybody's at a different level.
Yeah, Ladonian says, I love Overwatch. I suck, but it's still fun.
Yeah.
See
There
what
you
I
go.
mean? You have bronze, silver, gold, platinum, diamond, masters.
Elo?
Well, there you go. If you
Well,
are like me and worried that you've been
which-
left behind in Overwatch, you've not been. Come join us.
95% of everybody's in gold or lower.
Guys, can we
so-
talk about Wargroove, since it's just so big in our lives right now?
My nose itches, yeah.
It's good. I love that game.
Yeah, we actually, before the show, for our listeners on the podcast, we hang out before the show because we stream this live out of extra.com/XoneBros, and we were setting up lots of games. I have my Switch right here.
So the good thing about Wargroove, if you guys like strategy games, if you guys like multiplayer strategy games, turn-based strategy games, Wargroove is for you, and we've been diving in hard, the community has, in multiplayer. I've got 22 games going right now, and what's nice about it is, for instance, I think Spicy's waiting for me to do my turn. I'm not logged in. You can log out in between turns, log back in, see what turns you have to do your turns, log out. You know what I mean? So it's perfect for working. It's perfect for when you're at home. When you have time, there's no pressure. Super fun, really strategic. They've really honed in. I feel like it's a very well balanced game. Sometimes these games suffer from OP issues, right? There's one character that's overpowered or one strategy, and there's really not in this. I feel like you can play how you want to play.
There was an OP character, but they patched it pretty quickly.
Yeah. Who was the OP character?
The plant lady that she could teleport in people. It was at normal price. At first.
Because now it's like double. It's double the price.
Double,
so it's like 300,
high
I think,
risk
for Spearman, for instance, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's high risk. It is, yeah.
And it's hard to make enough.
And her turn, and I think they slowed down her, when that groove spawns. So that groove used to spawn. So for instance, 5 is the fastest spawn time unless he kills someone, and that's Valder. If he kills someone, he gets it immediately. He's the only one that gets it immediately.
Yeah.
And so I think she had like a 6. You know what I mean? And now she's like an 8.
Gotcha, yeah.
So that's how they did it.
A lot of people don't know what we're talking about, but...
Oh, yeah. Wargroove.
Wargrooves are basically, you have a commander and they have ultimates.
Yeah, if you've ever played Advanced Wars, it's very Advanced Wars. It's kind of XCOM-ish, stuff like that. So if those are your game types, jump into Discord. Join us over on Discord. Join us in the Strategy Games channel. There are codes going up every day from everyone in the community, and we are playing, and it is a blast. I love that game.
Yeah, I think I have like 10 games going on right now.
So that you do have to be careful. So what I was doing at first is I was going through them so fast and just getting lazy. You really do got to take your time and just focus. Yeah. Focus.
Oh, so you've been losing a lot.
I did that for a while, yeah.
Oh, yeah. See, when I do strategy games, I'm all in. I am focused. I'm the epitome of focused.
McSpicy, the epitome of focus.
Mm-hmm. I don't do anything responsible in my life until that turn is over.
Shall we take this to the last segment of our show? This is the portion of the show where we take your questions. To submit a question, you can do so every single week over on Patreon, patreon.com/X1Bros. First question. Man, I got a grape in my mouth.
I know. My wife brought us the grapes, and you've kept them over on your side of the table.
Bill I Am writes in and says...
You pushed it away further from us.
Bill I Am writes in and says, do you think remakes and remaster games should be talked about for Game of the Year awards? That is a great question. Let's go with Jordan first.
No.
What do you think? No. Why not?
Because they're remasters. That's like... that's like if you re-release Gone with the Wind and it won Best Picture. It already won.
It's like if next year God of War releases another God of War remastered of the same game that won Game of the Year this year and then wins it again next year.
Yeah, it makes...
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, it's a remaster. So, like, as good as Final Fantasy VII is, it already had its time to win Game of the Year, and if they had Game of the Years back then I'm sure it would have.
But Final Fantasy VII is a unique scenario where the whole game is new. Like, the mechanics are new. It's not the same game. It's following the same story, but it's not the same game.
This is true.
So
does Final Fantasy VII.
Well, it's literally in the title Remake.
I know, but this one is more unique than any other game that's ever been made.
Because even like Halo 2 remastered was done from the ground up, but all the controls are still the same.
I 100% agree with you on every other game than Final Fantasy VII. But Final Fantasy VII...
I don't know. I mean, you're right hearing it out loud because it's Final Fantasy Remake.
Let me ask you this.
Well,
here's another one.
I don't know. That's a tough one.
Here's another one, Resident Evil 2.
That's the same...
No, it's completely redone.
That's right.
They completely redid it.
It's the maps. Okay, that is just like Final Fantasy VII. It is a different game. I think if it's so different that it's the same story, but not the same at all.
Sure. If the only thing that's the same is the story,
yeah,
and there's kind of the same controls,
because
it is a whole new game.
Yeah.
Is the rule you have to use a whole new engine?
Yeah,
if you're using a whole new engine.
Yeah,
you could be.
And I'm not talking about a Call of Duty engine.
I don't know. That's really hard because now that I'm thinking about it, like Final Fantasy Remake, it's a remake, not a remaster. Resident Evil 2 was essentially a remake. It's a tough one. I don't know where I feel.
So is the line there? Remakes yes, remasters no.
Well, because take Halo 2 Anniversary, right?
Sure.
It's the same.
It's a remastered.
Yeah, it's the same game, but they put in a lot of
the graphics.
But it's the same game.
But
it's the exact same game, just prettier. They added right-click, add shader, run as executable, and then
where I guess Final Fantasy Remake is not the same gameplay. Like it's
not gameplay, not arts, not the art style, not anything in that game is the same except the story.
Here's one.
They have hints. They have you have like the same spells, but they all are different in activation and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Here's a good point. Loyal Doyle says if the graphics are the best graphics gaming has seen, it could be deserving if it was a remaster.
Do they have a best looking category?
Let me tell you, the Halo 2 Blur did such a good job And what was cool about Halo 2, and I think every single remaster...
Sergeant Johnson was cool about Halo 2.
Every single remaster should do this, that you could hit the back button and it would go back to the OG graphics, so you could really see the difference, because you take it for granted.
Yeah.
You take for granted how good these graphics are, and boom. Oh, is that the best remaster ever? Remaster.
Like the Master Chief Collection?
As far as graphics goes, heck yeah.
Well, and specifically within the Master Chief Collection, Halos 2, I think so. I think Spicy's right.
Well,
it's a good
yeah,
one.
but I mean, but that's yeah, I guess. Like you watch the original, and then it's like watching a Pixar movie. Blur did so good on those cutscenes.
It's really good, really good. Agreed. Well, great question. Thank you very much, Bill. I am for writing in. I think we've come down to remakes. No, wait, remakes. Yes, remasters. No.
It's a fine line.
It's a fine line, though. There's a gray line there. There's a little bit of gray line.
Case by case.
Case by case. I like it. Yeah. Stacy Rev Resistance writes in and says, "What up, homies? What up, y'all? Is EA Games lifespanning coming to an end? Things are not looking good at all for the gaming giant. What are your guys' thought on the Electronics Arts Titan going down? I think this spans from the Season 2 of Apex. Numbers are not as good as investors expected, so their stock has gone from something like $150 per share down to $70 per share over the last few months. So their stock is declining. They're kind of just taking Anthem. Really didn't do, Anthem was kind of a big disappointment. Here's the thing. I don't think EA is going anywhere. They're just too big, and they've got for every bad game and it's not even a bad game. It's just not. For every game that's not a success, you've got a Battlefield, which is crushing it. You've got Madden and FIFA. You've got Madden and FIFA that are crushing it.
I'm just looking at. Yeah.
You've got Star Wars coming. That's got to be there. They've got to be banking all in on that game. And from what we've seen, that game looks fantastic. Although we were saying that exact same thing about Anthem, but this is not multiplayer. I feel like it's a lot harder to screw up multiplayer or to screw up a single player only game.
It's possible.
It is still possible, but it's a lot harder.
And it has been done before. But
so I don't think EA is going anywhere.
Respawn's pretty good at what they do.
Yeah, and you've got Titanfall and Apex. Even though it's not doing as well as expected,
yeah, dude, I think
it's still got actually, 1 million users in there, or I don't know what it has, but it's still super successful.
I think Season 2's really
and
good,
everybody
actually.
And Season 2 is getting good reviews. Just the investors, you got to realize, investors only care about numbers. They're not looking at quality of game necessarily. So this kind of idea is coming from. A lot of it is coming from their stock and investors, not high on the outlook of EA.
Well, and doesn't every major business ever go up and down in the stock market?
Oh yeah, I mean, I think games overall have been going down.
Isn't that the point of the
last year in the stock market
to go up and down?
Yeah.
It's not the point.
But EA has had some bad news.
Buy low, sell high, Jordan.
Yeah,
buy low, sell high.
EA has had a round of bad news, but I think maybe Star Wars is the beginning. But for all the bad news, they still have solid titles. They have solid games.
I do think EA takes a lot of unnecessary flack.
Sure.
But that's just me.
Yeah. No, I agree with you.
Because let's be honest, Activision's doing a lot of the same stuff. So is Ubisoft.
EA is the one that just
EA just needs,
EA does itself no favors.
Well, EA needs to do, and I don't mean this in a bad way.
They need to hire a PR person.
And they need to go
an actual PR person, not a fake one.
Yeah, no, don't let the developers handle your PR.
No, that's what they did. That's the problem. I'm saying, yeah.
They let the developers handle their PR, or at least it seems like that, where, well, screw you, don't buy our game. That's not what you say.
That's not what you say to a market when you're selling stuff to that market.
Especially gamers, like the most connected, customers of all time to their product.
No, that's what I was about to say. I'm all for developers having freedom, but in this scenario, I believe EA needs to clamp down a little bit on their what
PR
they can say.
department.
Yeah.
McSpicy, thoughts? Do you think EA is going anywhere? Do you think?
No, I mean, you mentioned a lot of great games. You didn't mention Madden, FIFA, NHL. Like, these are all backbones of...
Yeah, you could fail with every other game and just come out with those three games every single year.
FIFA alone is a worldwide hit.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's the soccer game that everybody plays.
Yeah, talk about dominating markets with their games, right?
Those two games alone.
Yeah, so... No, yeah, I don't think EA is going anywhere. I would agree. Let's hire an actual PR firm and make sure that we don't tell people
before you go out, they have a big meeting like other companies do, and they say, okay, this is what you can say.
Smile.
And
The
this is what
customer
you-
is always right.
Hey, Jeff.
Even if you think they're wrong, just smile and say thank you for your critique.
Yeah.
We'll take it under consideration.
Yeah, that's all you gotta
Also,
say.
thanks for buying our game.
Well, I told you I was in line with the.
They're like they're looking over at Jeff. Jeff, don't buy our game this year, okay?
It's like when you're at a meeting at work and they're like, okay, we're having this meeting today because there have been some instances, and everybody
looks over.
Everybody knows the guy that was the instance, right? It's not. You're like, oh, this has nothing to do with me. This is about Joey over there.
Well,
Right.
then they even put effort into pissing everyone off. Like they had
Their
posters
launch,
up and
oh,
everything.
that was so
Oh,
bad.
yeah.
You
That was
know,
bad.
they really wanted to piss people off.
What's killing me is like whether you agree or disagree with the whole issue that was going on. Like either way, you're alienating 50% of your audience. So that's why you got to stay right there in the middle.
I will say this.
You don't
year,
say stuff.
this year at E3. So EA's problem is they go for star power, and I don't think star power works in games because people. Well, granted, I guess Keanu Reeves worked.
Yeah, but
Keanu
look
Reeves,
at how they did it.
But Keanu Reeves wasn't the main presenter.
And he even said, you know, I did not know what this game
Yeah.
was,
He was
but I was
genuine.
interested in it because it sounded cool.
But I
Yeah.
like interesting stories.
yeah, like
Yeah.
you don't.
You're beautiful.
Well, he was up there for a grand total of what, like a minute and 48
Yeah,
seconds.
he wasn't
and
the
then
main
he left,
presenter.
you know?
EA has made mistakes in the past where your main presenter, for instance, with the Battlefield launch, it was the Comedy Central guy from South Africa.
yeah.
I forget his name.
Yeah, something.
Where,
yeah.
I love guns.
Who on his show does tirades against guns all the time, but then he's like, the thing I love about your game, because he's from South Africa. That's terrible South African accent. But the thing I love about your game is your guns are so real. I know my friends and I are like, oh, look, there's a G37. Yes, I got my new G37. I like to pump it up. And it's like, no, you don't. Like, you don't. It's so disingenuous.
Yeah. It's really funny. Yeah, just get people that play games or get people.
Well, but this year
or
they-
just be honest. Don't lie to me.
Well, this year they had esports commentators as their presenters. They had Greg Miller do the Battlefront one. I thought he did a good job. 'Cause
Battlefront?
the Star Wars
Yeah,
Jedi
yeah.
Fallen. And I thought he did a good job. And I think this was one of their better conferences as far as presentation is concerned.
minus the Anthem section with Greg Miller. Did you watch that?
Oh, I didn't know. I
that was
didn't watch
that was
that.
kind of a little sad.
Oh.
Yeah, because
Did only like
Anthem
four-
really didn't have much to announce, and it was quite aware that like you look,
a shame.
there's
It
was
a
like
lot of
Larry.
there's a lot of memes out there. Go look them up. The people in the audience look pissed.
They're like,
It was a really interesting interview.
Yeah.
it's a shame because
And he hugged Greg Miller at the end. It was kind of
the
funny.
core gameplay of Anthem is good.
So you really think they're gonna drop Anthem?
It's kind of looking like
Because here's the thing,
it really
EA
is
has-
kind of they're kind even just how E3 was with Anthem. It was kind of they're slowly stepping backwards from it.
Is it
That's
that,
what I
or
feel.
is it that let's not overpromise anymore? Let's say nothing, go silent, buckle down, and come out with more content.
Case in point, Battlefront. They really did turn that game around.
Yeah, Battlefront is good.
Yeah, I'm just but see Battlefront. I don't know.
I just don't
It
think you
took 'em
put
a year.
So here's the thing about
Here's
an Anthem. Those games, that game model is a cash cow, right? Like that makes so much money. I don't think you just walk away from it. I think what you do, I think their strategy is let's go silent. We don't need any news about Anthem. We don't need to remind people that they were a little bit disappointed by it. Let's go silent. Don't bring it up. Stay out of the spotlight.
That was the first PR.
And then when we do jump back into the spotlight, we're gonna have all of this stuff to show. Because if you remember, they've delayed their DLC, their expansion here.
Yeah.
And so I bet you when they jump back in,
Well, why don't you just do?
they'll be like, blah.
Why don't you just do what Destiny did? Just release a sequel that fixes a lot of the criticisms that people had of the first one.
Well, and what's funny is it kind of broke something. I don't know. I like the game.
I think the core gameplay of Anthem is really fun.
Yeah, and the style is really good.
Yeah.
And I feel like the new Star Wars game has kind of the same biome. Instead, like when you're watching the 12-minute trailer or gameplay or whatever, I kind of felt like that was an Anthem biome. That
Oh yeah,
he was
no,
playing,
definitely, yeah. You
right?
get
The
that feel from it.
verticality.
Well, you could see the influence of so many of their games because it had the Titanfall wall running,
Yeah.
right in there as well. It definitely felt like an Anthem world, right?
Yeah.
No, I don't think EA is going anywhere, but I do think they've had a rough year from a perspective standpoint.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't want them to. I mean, I think Anthem has so much potential. I don't want them to back out, and that would be great if they were just.
The only thing I'm worried about is BioWare does Anthem, and is BioWare now like, okay, let's back off of Anthem and focus on the new Dragon Age?
Isn't that what they did with Andromeda?
Yeah, but Andromeda is a single-player game, so you can do that with Andromeda.
Okay.
In a perpetual multiplayer game,
And I had fun with Andromeda.
I think they double down. I really do. I think you go silent.
So I think they may be hedging their bets. So you're thinking they're double down. I'm thinking they're kind of.
We're out. We fold.
Just cutting their losses a little
those
bit.
things,
Slowly.
if you get that formula right, that makes you a ton of money.
I think because they have to. They can't just cut the cord. They can't.
Because Division had a similar criticism. I'm at Endgame now. What?
And they turned it around.
And then they continue to support it, continue to come out with stuff. By the end, Division 1 had a ton of content, right?
Well, and that's the thing with these games.
They're figuring out the end game model.
Mark and I were talking about this earlier. They share a lot of features with MMOs, and MMOs evolve over time, right?
Yeah. No, it's true.
So
I just think the MMO market, like that Blessed Unleashed, I think it's oversaturated. You really, for a hardcore level up grind MMO that is a Blessed Unleashed, that is an ESO, that is a Black Desert Online even.
Well, I think
that is a World of Warcraft.
This is what I think.
You only have space in that market is limited. I don't think that's a game where you cross over very much.
I was telling Mark this earlier. I think there's 3 heavy hitters. I think there's World of Warcraft.
Okay.
There's Final Fantasy.
Everybody talks about Final Fantasy.
That's because Final Fantasy is
should
doing
I
it
play
right.
Final Fantasy?
It's really good.
Here's the thing.
I was in Ishgard last night waiting for you guys.
The last MMO that I enjoyed in a world where I really got lost in was Guild Wars 2, and it was my first MMO. ESO I enjoyed, but I didn't get lost in the world.
Okay.
And that's the difference.
I get you.
It didn't have the feeling
yeah.
that I wanted out of it, but it was very good, entertaining enough that I played it all the way to endgame, 80 hours plus, right? Black Desert Online, I love that game. But again, it's time consuming.
You're talking about an MMO, man.
Yeah.
Black Desert Online is a little bit unique in its feature set. You know what I mean? It's different than your Guild Wars, World of Warcraft.
Yeah.
Anyway, like I said, I think there's 3 heavy hitters. I think there's World of Warcraft.
Sure.
There's Final Fantasy Online.
Okay.
Which, like I was telling Mark, just released their latest expansion a week ago, and from what I hear, it's freaking dominating.
Really?
It's doing awesome. They pulled a classic MMO story move. Go to a different realm. Do whatever you want. You know what I mean? Classic. We ran out of... Because that's what you do.
We ran out of ideas.
No,
Here's
you're like, oh, guys.
Now it's high fantasy.
No, you do that. You're like, guys, dude, if we put this in there, they're going to get pissed that the lore doesn't make sense. Make a portal to a different realm. Oh, okay. That's what they do. And then they go there.
Make a portal to a new realm.
World of Warcraft does it all the time.
Defies the physics.
There was literally a whole expansion where they changed the timeline. And do you know what their lore was to it? We just went back in time.
It's the Biff. Back to the Future.
We went back in time and different
timeline.
dimensions, so now we can branch off
the
2
multiverse.
ways. Yeah, basically. That's how you make it lore make sense.
So Lord of the Rings MMO being done by Amazon is coming out. Amazon Games. Do you think that is the best story, the best world to have an MMO?
What
it's already pre-made, right?
What I think is going to happen, and this is where it's going to get interesting. So, like I said, there's the 3 big ones: the WoW, Final Fantasy, and the other big one I think is ESO because it's got such a huge console presence.
Okay,
and it's pretty popular.
ESO is the best one on
I
console
mean,
right now.
It's really
got
a
Final
huge
Fantasy's
presence.
on PlayStation.
Yeah,
but you're limited to 1.
Yeah, so. Anyway, so I think those are the big 3, and I think what's going to happen is World of Warcraft Classic is coming out for everybody in August. I think that one's going to...
Will Blizzard ever bring that game to console?
I don't think
Blizzard doesn't like console very much.
Yeah, they really don't, because Hearthstone makes sense to be on a console.
Oh, yeah, it's easy. It's already on a phone.
What
if it's on a
gets
phone,
me
why isn't it on a console?
is they don't like console, but they have this huge love affair with the phone.
Oh, yeah, Diablo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't understand people's fetishes. Blizzard's fetish with the phone. I don't understand it. Yeah, I don't know. It's
it works for Hearthstone though.
Well, it could work. A console? Are you asking if a console would work?
No. Phone.
No, it
iPad.
doesn't. It crashes all the time. Piss me off. I've tried. It's like 2.6 gig on a phone. Do you know how much how much that is for a phone to handle?
It's true. This is true.
And every time they launch, I just hate phones. I've tried to game Hearthstone on a phone.
Sure.
The problem with
downloading a patch.
It's whenever they update the game with a patch, which they do quite frequently, it takes 2 weeks before it hits the App Store or the Play Store. And you have to do it in game, so you cannot play it all for 2 weeks. When you get it running, you're in a game of competition. You're versing somebody,
sure.
And when the game crashes, which it has done, it crashes every 2 out of 5 times. You go down in rank. So I do not play on the phone anymore. That was the only game I attempted to play on a phone, and it sucks. Yeah. Super phones.
Could you imagine Hearthstone on the Xbox though with achievements? That'd be cool. That'd be some cool achievements.
Yeah, that would be good.
You got to do stuff with certain decks, maybe defeat such single player bad guy in so many turns.
Even Overwatch, they don't balance the game to a console.
They balance it for PC.
They balance it for PC. So I don't know. It wasn't until Fortnite came out with their love for console that I thought I was actually a person.
Yeah.
You weren't a second-class gamer.
Yeah.
You're a first-class gamer now.
Someone cares about me.
Yeah.
I'm no longer a second-class gamer. Thank you very much, Fortnite.
Where they give you controls that... It's so easy to just give you controls of what you give to PC. It's just... I think people can code it in a day. It's just like button mapping and certain things and... information like FPS and stuff like that. Just give that to the console version too. It's not hard.
Yeah.
And Fortnite was the first one that ever did that. Which, thank you.
Going back to our
go ahead. And console players can compete if that's the input that they're used to. They win tournaments versus PC.
Yeah.
It happens
because they've given it love.
Because they're giving the controls that we deserve.
Damn it!
And I'm a PC player too. Okay, I have a gaming PC. I just why do you give the controls and the options and stuff just to the PC, and you give us just some blanket thing that gives us no control?
Which is really ironic.
I'll call it Jeff Kaplan.
Which is you bring up an interesting point, but isn't it kind of ironic because generally, and I don't know the numbers, but isn't there more console players for Overwatch than there is PC players?
No, I would say.
Or is it? Do you think it's pretty even?
There's more PC players active right now.
Oh, active.
Because
theoretically, there's more consoles out there, so there's more potential for people to buy and play the game. Console.
Yeah. Well, I just think honestly, this is my theory. I just think Blizzard's lazy when it comes to because on PC they have their own platform to push.
Yeah, they have their
patch updates and stuff.
You have to be in their thing, which is not on anywhere else, right?
Yeah, they have to jump through so many hoops for PlayStation and Xbox because, and it makes sense because Xbox doesn't want something breaking their console if they're putting it on their console. Which there have been games that have broken that. In the OG Xbox had games that had issues, right?
So you got to control it. Well, interesting. That does us, guys. That does us for the day. Any plans for this week in gaming?
Wargroove.
Overwatch, Hearthstone.
I want to play Hearthstone.
Chat has been talking about Fallout 76, and I downloaded that game like 3 weeks ago with the intention of jumping in because I never played it.
Yeah, I played it.
Maybe I'll play that game.
No, play Overwatch with us instead.
I can play Overwatch. No, why not?
Don't be okay, well because your time is limited.
My time is limited.
You keep saying that you're going to play Overwatch with us, and you don't. And now's the time because everybody in the group
strike while the iron is hot.
Everybody in the group is new.
Also, I've been playing the Halo. I do enjoy me some Halo.
Halo's good.
That is fun.
You're playing Halo 5?
Oh yeah, multiplayer.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because
he jumps off cliffs.
Because multiplayer's right there.
Halo loves the console.
Halo is console lovers. Yes.
It'll be interesting to see when Infinite comes out what they do with the PC.
Well, I love that. Speaking on the other side, I love that the Master Chief Collection is on Game Pass Ultimate for PC players.
Oh yeah, super cool.
Bringing that to PC players is PC players deserve it too.
Yeah. No gamer should be a second-class gamer.
Thank you.
Yes,
343 loves all.
Yeah, and so just
gaming equality, baby. Gaming equality.
Yeah, it bugs me when they treat
We're gamers too.
Yeah, it's so dumb.
Guys, thank you very much for joining us. It's been fun. We will be here next week. Same time. Well, no, we'll be here at our normal time.
Yeah, right now we're recording a day early.
A day early.
A day
early, a dollar short. Thank you very much, everybody. Have a great rest of your week. If you haven't played games yet, well, hurry up. Go play games. But no, if you're into Wargroove, that's big in the community right now. Minecraft, I've been doing Minecraft pretty heavy. It's good to be back. So if you're interested in jumping into the Minecraft realm, let me tell you, Jordan was in the realm.
I flew around.
It blows your mind.
You fooled around?
It blows your mind. In fact, I was showing Spicy the realm. He was in stream. It's amazing. It's like this. We're just growing like a giant city. It's amazing. I love that. I love
like
that
a
game.
virus.
Like a virus. No,
That's
like
cool.
a blessing.
Ah.
Bye.